Well, there's I have nothing to do.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna run like a cable behind him.
Yeah, no. Because see this? See, I have these two right here.
Senior number 1, Will Portsmouth. Senior number 2, Patrick Mullen. Senior number 3, Will Wesley. Senior number 14, Andrew Clifton. And senior number 33, Darren Bryant. He's playing the Portsmouth football. And now we have Portsmouth High School favorite, junior number 20, Jeffrey Brady.
Hello? Hello? Good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight in Portsmouth at the PHS new gym. I'm Gavin Bisho alongside Colin Struckling for tonight's matchup between the Portsmouth Patriots and the East Greenwich Avengers. We have a great game tonight in store for us, Colin.
We certainly do. I think folks at home getting popcorn right. This is going to be a phenomenal matchup between two teams that should, at the end of the year, compete for that D2.
Definitely. We have stars on both sides. Benny Hurd, Jack McMullen. It's the national anthem. Mr. Riley. Mr. Riley. They can't hear Colin. People can't hear Colin.
He doesn't have a connection yet.
Okay. All right. Now I'm moving.
So am I going or no?
So Colin Struckling will join us in just a moment as we get a cable for his mic. But right now, as I was saying earlier, we have Benny Hurd taking on Jack McMullen, a great matchup between the two guards. And as we approach tip in this big D2 matchup, we'll see who will come out with a victory and who will come out with a loss. Portsmouth going with the same stars as last game against Cheraho: Brady, Kolpeck, Gugliotta, Hurd, and Hyder. Jack Blau is back for the Patriots, but on the bench today. And for East Greenwich, their starters are Will Foster, Jack McMullen, Danny Pryor, Cole Basler, and Andrew Plimpton. We wait the tip for the start of this game, and ball's controlled by Basler in East Greenwich. Brings it out to Foster. McMullen, the shooter, has the ball on the left side, gets over to Plimpton. The Patriots playing a stout 3-2 defense headed by Luke Hyder at the top. They get the entry pass to Pryor, who kicks it back out to Basler, whose shot does not fall. The rebound controlled by the Patriots. EG countering with a 3-2 of their own. Hyder, the senior, looking for work. Gets over to the junior Brady. The ball's tipped in the air, pass from Gugliotta. Plimpton gets it up court to McMullen. He gets his first points of the game. 2-0 East Greenwich. East Greenwich running a press here. Broken with ease by the Patriots. Hurd going on to McMullen, passes it to Brady. Hurd has it back at the top of the key. The bounce pass to Hyder to the three ball. Hits nothing but net. And the Patriots take the lead 3-2. In the early going of this one, 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Again, due to COVID, they're now quarters, 4 8-minute quarters instead of 2 16-minute halves. But nonetheless, Patriots are ahead in this one, and the Patriots have switched to a man-to-man after starting out in a zone. Prior, the jump shot doesn't go. Follows up, gets the rebound, kicks it over to Plimpton, crosses over, gets it back down low to Pryor. And Hurd playing good defense, defends it well, but does not get the rebound. That kick-out three by Basler doesn't fall. And Gugliotta gets the rebound from Portsmouth as he heads up court. Hurd again with the ball. Gets it over to Hyder. The left side. He brings it back out. Nothing doing there. 5:45 remaining in this first quarter. Shot clock tying down. Hurd working on McMullen. The crossover. Pull up three. Hits the left side of the rim and goes out of bounds. It's going to be East Greenwich ball. Portsmouth up one in the early going, but EG trying to respond. Pryor has the ball up top. It's over to Basler. Kolpeck working on Plimpton up top. Plimpton. The drive, the finish doesn't go. Rebound by Hyder. And Portsmouth moving in transition. Hurd has the ball on the top of the key. Pump fakes the three. Gets to Gugliotta, who gets his pass directed to Hyder. Tipped, and EG has the ball. Another turnover for the Patriots. Pryor gets the ball at the top of the key. Gets to McMullen, who's trying to make something happen here, but can't. Great defense there by Luke Hyder. McMullen gets the ball back. Trips, but regains it. A great tip there by Kolpeck, where they're going to say he got his hands on his matchup there. And first foul of the game by both teams, 3.5 minutes in, as Portsmouth leads 3-2. Plimpton working on the junior Brady. Foster, the great backdoor cut there by McMullen. A great pass by Foster puts the Avengers up 4-3 with 4:23 to go in the first quarter. Again, the Patriots break the pressure of the Avengers. Kolpeck rises up for three, rattles in and out. Rebound controlled by Plimpton and the Avengers as McMullen's going the other way. Gets to his right hand, the drive, the scoop under. He's going to get fouled, and the layup doesn't fall. He's going to get fouled there by junior Jeff Brady, number 20. That's his first, team's second. McMullen, a great free throw shooter. Misses the first. A rare miss there from guard Jack McMullen. The second one falls, and their lead extends to 2, 5-3, halfway through this first quarter. A 2-2-1 full court press for the Avengers is broken, but Portsmouth's going to take a full timeout here. And we'll be back right after the break. Portsmouth down 5-3 early. 3.5 minutes remaining in this one. I should take my mask on. It's not good optics. We gotta do one more with the mask on. We're back from Portsmouth's full timeout. It's going to be inbounded from the far side of the benches by Hurd. Gugliotta, the senior, has the ball at the top. Gets it over to Hyder. Back to Gugliotta. East Greenwich staying in that tight 3-2 defense. Great entry pass to Brady. He gets a good look from the inside. Can't get it to fall. Rebound controlled by E.G. Not what you want there out of a timeout. Got a good look, though. Jeff Brady just couldn't get it to fall. A deep three from McMullen. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. A deep one from Jack McMullen puts the Avengers up 5. Portsmouth passing around this press, down 8-3 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. The coaches of Portsmouth wanting a little more enthusiasm from their team, a little more effort. As Hurd drives to the lane, they're going to get a hand check call on East Greenwich. It's going to be number 3, Cole Basler. That's EG's first, and Basler's first. And checking in for Portsmouth is number 14, Sam Bilal, coming in for number 3, Luke Hyder. Portsmouth gets it back out. The swing pass to Gugliotta. They get it back out to Blower. Nothing happening there on that inbounds play. Kolpak looks like he got hit, but gets it out to Hurd from 3. Does not fall. And here comes the Avengers. The shifty McMullen working on Hurd. Great pass there to Plimpton, who kicks it back out to Basler. He drives baseline. Pass it to Pryor down low, and his layup falls. A tough contested layup goes for East Greenwich, and now up 7, 10-3 in the early going. East Greenwich on an 8-0 run in the past couple minutes, as Portsmouth trying to get something on the board and help their cause. Kolpak looked at a 3, decided to give it up. Hurd driving, gets hit, and goes to the line. A key there for Portsmouth. They want to get this offense going is get Benny Hurd to the free throw line. Just got a note. We do have a cable now for color commentator Colin Struckman. Welcome to the game, Colin.
Feels great to be back. Little technical difficulties. This doesn't matter. Back, ready to go here. Portsmouth gonna need to get going here. Slow start.
As Hurd hits his first, the lead now down to 6, 10-4 for East Greenwich. You know, we saw last game, Portsmouth not able to space, on offense well. And, of course, granted, it was their first game and only having a few practices. But you see the 3-2 is doing justice here for East Greenwich.
It certainly is. I think they're going to make it a little bit more tough for Hurd to score. Obviously, he had a big game against Charahoe with 21 points of his own. He might have a little bit of a rough night because of EG's just stifling defense that we've seen thus far in the start of this game.
Definitely. Hurd's second free throw falls, and on the ensuing possession for EG, they throw it out of bounds. That's going to be Portsmouth ball. What you want after a couple free throws is get a stop, and that's what Portsmouth did right there.
One thing I want to see from Portsmouth, they got to capitalize on shots inside the interior. They struggled last game from shots inside the paint. We need to start to see them hitting those shots because those are the easy ones they can get 2 points off of.
As Hurd tried to do just what you said, he gets called for taking an extra step. Back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions for both teams.
Turnovers also a big issue in that game against Charahoe, something that they're going to need to fix if they want to be a team that competes at the end of the year.
You got that right, Colin, as Jack McMullen drives it on the Patriots. Gets a good pass to Plimpton. He dishes it home.
This team cuts very well. They play smart. They play effective. Easy to get a bucket there because of how well they cut.
Lead now at back to 7, 12-5. Jeff Brady, the reverse layup doesn't fall. Rebound by Basler. We've seen no subs yet for this East Greenwich team. Another great pass to Plimpton. He goes up with the left hand, strong for the finish. It's 14-5, and Portsmouth having trouble getting the ball in, but Gugliotta somehow manages to get that one. And Brady has the ball on the right side. Brings it back out to Gugliotta. He's got to open 3, rims out. Seems like nothing going in for the Patriots tonight.
Yeah, nothing's been falling so far. I thought that was a good shot there. Pretty good shot selection by the Patriots. Unfortunately, that 3 ball does not fall for Gugliotta.
McMullen regains control after the Gugliotta tip. Pryor working on Brady. He puts the layup up, no good, but they're going to call it. It looks like either a block or a hand check here. We know Pryor going to the line to shoot, too. calling a blocking foul on Brady. Gave him a little bump on the way up. Not the ideal start for the Patriots.
Certainly not. I think they really got to start to get going, start to do some things well offensively. I think we'll start to see that, but I think there's going to be a lot of talking after this first quarter, I feel.
Definitely. 38 seconds remaining in this first quarter. East Greenwich up 15-5, awaiting a Danny Pryor free throw. Two subs are now entered in. Number 20, Will Erickson comes in for number 33, Dan Pryor, and number 5, Chad Coppola came in for number 2, Jack McMullen for the Patriots. Number 3, Luke Hyder came in for number 20, Jeff Brady. The Patriots seem to be taking the right shots here, but that one's tipped by Coppola. They get the steal, and East Greenwich is going the other way. A great no-look pass there. Coppola drives on Kolbeck. Not today. Rebound by Portsmouth, and they're moving it quick. If Portsmouth wants to get points against the zone that's doing so well, you got to get in transition and got to get buckets.
Yeah, they've been stifled so far by EG's defense, and I think we saw how well EG played defensively based on their performance last game. I mean, they limited Tyreek Weeks of Pilgrim, who is an all-state player, to only 11 points, so you know that they're a very sound team defensively.
Well, Portsmouth only able to score 5. There's 3.6 seconds remaining in this first quarter. EG's up 16-5, and they bring in McMullen, the shooter, for number 3, Cole Basler, and in at number 0, Marcus Evans, his first minutes of the year, and for number 30, Tim Kolbeck.
One thing I think Portsmouth really needs to do in order to have success in this game, they got to start to
three
force
at the
turnovers.
Buzzer. No good. That's again the first one. Sorry, Colin, you can go on.
I feel Portsmouth just needs to force more turnovers. They've turned the ball over themselves, but they need to find a way to stop EG's offensive onslaught and try to force some turnovers on their own to try and play into transition on the other end of the floor.
So after the first quarter, it is 16-5 here. The away East Greenwich Avengers have the lead and are in control of this one. Portsmouth offense not getting going. They're getting shots that they want, but they're just not falling. Banker had a couple 3 balls. Google got that 3 at the top of the key, just not getting it to fall. So about 2 minutes till the start of the second quarter. We'll be back after the break. See if Portsmouth can come back down 11 early on in this one.
Seems like the stream is working okay. Yeah. Well, if you flip it off, like. What?
I can't believe it hurt.
What?
It's good optics. We're back from the break, waiting for the second quarter to start. The group on the court for the Patriots is Benny Hurd, Callan Licenti, Ogugliata, Marcus Evans, and Luke Hyder. And for EG, they had number 2, Jack McMullen, Cole Basler, Will Foster, Danny Pryor, and Andrew Plimpton. On the crew here today for WPH Live on the camera, we have Mac Dunn, Jay Costa, Ben McGowan, and Alec Darminio and Mr. Riley. They're working the desks in the far left corner. As Portsmouth has the ball, hoping to get a good start in the second quarter, maybe get a bucket here.
Yeah, they're going to need a bucket. I mean, down 11, I'd say you desperately need one here.
Gets momentum going.
And take the easy shot. It might not be a three-pointer. It might be something down low. Need to score here.
Good pump fake there from Gugliotta to get it to Hyder.
I think EG has done a phenomenal job of guarding Hurd so far. They're making it very difficult for him to alter the game.
For sure. You're looking for a good start. That's not what you want there. A turnover for the Patriots as East Greenwich is going the other way. They try to get the cutting pass, and it's tipped, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like a number 0, Marcus Evans. They call number 2, Benny Hurd. Check that. 5 fouls on the Patriots so far. Only 2 for East Greenwich. Portsmouth resorting back to the 3-2. Portsmouth looking a little hesitant on the offensive end.
Yeah, I think they are struggling with the EG's defense, but hopefully that can get going. I just think you need to take smart shots and take smart possessions. Really know what you're going to do with the ball when you take that shot. The hesitation, I think, is really hurting Portsmouth so far.
Great tip denial of the entry pass there by Evans. The ball was tossed around for a little bit, kicked out of bounds, and going to go back to East Greenwich. But if you're Portsmouth, you got to stop down low, because if EG gets penetration down low, it's going to be easy to kick it out to someone like McMullen or Foster for 3.
2 players have really caught my eye down low so far, and that would be Plimpton and Pryor. They've been absolute beasts in the paint.
As Pryor gets another basket there, 18-5 East Greenwich leads. Portsmouth down 13. 6:40 left in the second quarter.
I think having Klopek on a minutes restriction, obviously he suffered an injury last game. He, not going to get the same minutes tonight, but not having his big presence down low is hindering Portsmouth so far in this game.
But give credit where credit is due to East Greenwich. You talk about a 3-2 defense. The way to beat that is go to the corners, and they've locked that down, but couldn't lock down Lucenti there from behind the arc as he hits a 3, gives Portsmouth maybe a little momentum. Only down 10 now, 18-8.
He's got a pure shot. I hope to see that throughout the season.
The steal by Hurd. He grabs it out of midair as he's going to the basket. He goes strong. McMullen tries to take a charge, but Hurd goes off the backboard, rattles him and out, and does not fall as East Greenwich is moving their selves. McMullen a 3, and man, it seems whenever he's open, he gets his to fall. 21-8. East Greenwich leads here with 5:40 to go, up 13.
McMullen, he just pulls up from the top of the key very often. He's got a very pure shot.
Great cross-court pass there to Hurd. Looked like he had an open look, but hesitated a little bit. The pull-up jumper for Hurd does not fall, and Benny Hurd is struggling early on against East Greenwich.
He definitely has, and it's part because of that great defense that EG is running.
Plimpton down low, working on Hurd. The spin around, turnaround jumper does not go off the backboard. No good. Rebound by Hyder. You hear the Portsmouth coach say, don't let EG set up. That's what you want to do. You want to move fast, move in transition, and get buckets where they can't get that 3-2 offense ready to go. Great pass there from the baseline. Gugliotta the 3 gets that one to go, 21-11.
Three-point shooting started to heat up for Portsmouth, something you're going to need.
McMullen on Lucenti. Basler drives. Gets his blocked. Great defense there by Portsmouth by Gugliotta there. He's going all the way to the basket. The layup goes up and in.
Gugliotta's carrying this team's offense right now. He's really emerging as a senior, starting to pick up that role very well.
Definitely still on the defensive end. A great defensive effort there. Gets through 2 defenders, gets the layup to fall. Portsmouth down 21-13. Timeout, East Greenwich. And we're back. Portsmouth with a little spurt there on a 5-0 run. Down 8 here, 4:32 left in the second quarter. In for Portsmouth, you see Jack Blau in his first minutes. Wasn't playing in last game due to quarantine protocols, but a great defensive guard for Portsmouth. It's great to have him back.
Certainly is. He's one of the best defenders in the state. He's going to be needed to help contain EG's offensive capability.
Also over the Patriots, number 20, the junior Jeff Brady, as Plimpton's shot is knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Portsmouth ball.
One thing I'd like to see Portsmouth do is get Brady more involved. I thought he made an immediate impact last game against Chariho. He's got a lot of height. He can be a really great force for Portsmouth in the paint.
Blau driving to the lane. Kicks it back out to Lucenti on a sky pass, who puts it over to Hurd in the corner. The 3 ball, front rim no good. But we got a foul here. They're going to call that on Jack Blau, a push. As Portsmouth's 6th foul. East Greenwich only committed 2 of them so far in this game. We're halfway through the second quarter. Portsmouth didn't foul much last game against Chariho.
I feel like EG, they've only had a couple fouls so far. That's because they're an experienced team. They're a disciplined team. They've got a chock full of seniors on their roster, and that certainly helped them play some very smart basketball here tonight.
Pryor driving to the lane on Brady, and Pryor's a big body there, but they can call him taking an extra step there, traveling violation going the other way. For his size, he is quick and explosive and gets the hoop, and has been a reason why East Greenwich is up 8 early in this one.
He certainly is, and he's tremendous off the dribble, drives to the lane with authority. He's a player that can score off the fast break, seemingly at any moment.
Hurd looking over to Lucenti. Lucenti looked at a 3, gets a cross-court pass to Hyder. Hyder sets his feet, puts that one in back rim, no good. Ball tipped around and rebounded by Portsmouth, and Hurd gets it back out and resets. 20 on the shot clock, 3 minutes remaining in this first half. Portsmouth down 8, 21-13. Lucenti trying to run the offense here.
I think Portsmouth's got to get a bucket however they can.
10 seconds down on the shot clock. Portsmouth not doing much so far. But Lucenti, he's got an open look from behind the arc. That one falls. Calvin Lucenti, the shooter from behind the arc, hits a 3 and brings Portsmouth within 5, 21-16.
He's certainly starting to gain some more confidence as a young player. Someone who's that young as him, taking a couple deep 3s like that and hitting them is really going to help him skyrocket as a young player.
Definitely with a confidence factor there, but AG trying to get something back as Portsmouth on an 8-0 run.
That
Shot
timeout
clock
really
winding
helped
down.
Portsmouth.
Pryor drives the end of the shot clock. Basler 3 does not hit rim. They're going to call it a shot clock violation. So he Portsmouth ball, playing some great defense now, forcing turnovers and just playing tough defense. In for East Greenwich is number 5, Chad Coppola. In for Will Foster. And in for Portsmouth is number 23, Onguliata. In for number 25, Jack Balawa.
Let's see if Gugliata can continue his efforts tonight. He's been causing havoc all over the floor. Had an excellent game so far. Let's see if he keeps it up.
2 minutes remaining, 21-16. East Greenwich leads, but Portsmouth trying to bring it within closer. Trying to make it a one-possession game here. On this possession, gets to Hurd in the corner. He pump fakes, drives hard to the lane, goes up strong. It's going to be out of bounds, but it's going to stay Portsmouth ball. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Portsmouth got to get something quick. Lucenti has the ball, gets it to Gugliata. Open look for 3. Side rim, no good. Rebound by Erickson, who gets it up to McMullen. McMullen going on Lucenti. McMullen, the step back pull through. What a move. The pull-up 3 from McMullen goes. Little hesitation, pound dribble, gets that one up and good.
He's got a lot of facets to his game that makes him a very versatile player for this Avengers team.
That stops the scoring drought for the Avengers. Now they're back up 8, 24-16, with 1:14 left in this second quarter, and Gugliata's pass to Calvin Lucenti is deflected and out of bounds. In for Portsmouth, number 14, Sam Balawa for Lucenti. Really want to control the last 2 minutes of this quarter here. to have some momentum going into the next half. Portsmouth had it there, but great three just emptied the momentum in the tank for Portsmouth. See if they can regain that with a minute to go in the first half.
I think Portsmouth's got to do whatever they can to get a stop here on this possession.
Plimpton driving on Brady. Another big man's been doing a lot tonight. His layup doesn't go in. Hyder has the ball. Moves up to Hurd. They got a 3-on-3. Gugliotta to the lane. Great pass by Hurd. The right-hand scoop goes up and in. And Portsmouth now down 6, 24-18 with 37 seconds to go.
One thing about Hurd that makes him just such a versatile and effective player, he's got great court vision. He saw Gugliotta moving down the floor, saw he could cut in and get that layup. That was an excellent move.
He is quarterback for the football team, so that might help him out there. The three ball from Erickson is no good. Rebound by Plimpton. He goes up strong, gets the layup to fall. Not what you want from Portsmouth. Had the 2-for-1 opportunity there. Couldn't get the offensive rebound. Couldn't get the defensive rebound, rather. Has 7 seconds left. Down 8. Hyder, the three. Front rim, no good. Rebound by East Greenwich, and that time's going to run out in the first half here. Portsmouth started slow, getting it back with a little momentum, but down 8, 26-18 to East Greenwich. We'll be back in a short moment for a halftime show. Be right back. All right, for a little halftime recap, 4 minutes remaining to the start of the third quarter, but Portsmouth down 26-18, started slow, went on an 8-0 run, but EG kicked it back a couple threes, and a big bucket by Plimpton down low there, put him up 8. Look at the box score. Jack McMullen leads with a game-high 11 points. He's had a couple of threes and a fast break layup. Danny Pryor has 6 points, 5 rebounds for the Avengers, and Andrew Plimpton, 6 points, 3 rebounds.
Plimpton only had 6 points in that first half, but he still made a huge impact. He grabbed some important rebounds. And just watching that first half, I know some of the Portsmouth folks at home can maybe recognize this, but when I'm watching this Plimpton kid, I think it really reminds me of Andrew Travis when he was here at Portsmouth, and then when he went on to Butler with his ability to just drive to the lane, get in the paint, deep in the paint, and then can just finish so well. I think that what makes him such a great and impactful player for this EG team.
He has authority, but not going too hard where he gets in charge of offensive fouls. So doing great down low, a couple of key offensive rebounds for the Avengers. Look at the Portsmouth side. You talk about senior Owen Gugliotta. He's really stepped up, has a couple of layups and a big 3-ball to bring Portsmouth back into this one. And another player to point out is sophomore Calvin Licenti. He's only hit 2 threes. He has 6 points, but doing really well from beyond the arc with confidence and just doing well for the Portsmouth team.
Yeah, definitely. I think you love to see that as a sophomore, someone who hasn't had a ton of playing time, but he gets a big opportunity tonight to eat up some more minutes, knocks down a couple huge threes. He's got an excellent shot from beyond the arc, and I think that's what can make him a key asset for this Portsmouth team.
So that's going to do it for a little halftime recap. We'll be back in about 2 minutes for the start of the second half between Portsmouth and East Greenwich. Before we start the second half, for you PHS Patriots fans and students especially, go give a follow to the PHS Zoo Crew account, the account of the Portsmouth High School Patriots cheering section. Very mighty. That's PHS Zoo, all lowercase, on Instagram there.
We also have a member of our broadcast team on the floor tonight. He's making a lot of different things happen on the floor, but he's also a member of the PHS broadcast team. That is point guard Benny Hurd.
He does it all. He plays football, he plays basketball, and most importantly, I would say, he's on our broadcasting team, so great to have that connection there. And there's the buzzer, and the second half is about to start. Here, I'm pretty sure it should be Portsmouth ball as East Greenwich controlled the tip, and there was no jump balls over the first 16 minutes. On the court for the Patriots, the starters, Tim Kolpeck, Luke Hyder, Owen Gugliotta, Jeff Brady, and Benny Hurd, and that will remain the same for East Greenwich. Jack McMullen, Danny Pryor, Cole Basler, Andrew Plimpton, and Will Foster. EG will have the ball at the start. That is my bad there. I thought since they had the ball first, I didn't see any jump balls, Colin, so interesting there. But EG will have the ball to start.
Going into the second half, I think the main thing Portsmouth has to do is contain Jack McMullen. He can score from everywhere. He can also dish it to his bigs in the paint. Need to find a way to limit his scoring ability.
Portsmouth in a man-to-man defense to start. Hurd with a great deflection, but Basler winds up with it. Plimpton the pump fake. He drives to the lane, goes strong up with the left hand up and in. What a move there by Andrew Plimpton. 28-18 is the score here. And a little miscommunication there, and it's not what you want there to start. It's a bad turnover for Portsmouth.
Yeah, it seemed like there's some miscommunication there between Klopek and Gugliotta. Hopefully Portsmouth can kind of figure out that turnover issue, because that's clearly plaguing them from being a great team here tonight.
And they're going to call Pryor an offensive foul. Not near the ball, but down low. They're going to call him working on Kolpeck illegally. And it's going to go back to Portsmouth. 28-18 is the score, 7:35 left in the third quarter. Back to the 2-2-1 press. East Greenwich is working on it. The 2-2-1 press has its advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, it's easier to trap. That entry pass to the middle is more defended, but work there for East Greenwich. And Benny Hurd there playing cornerback. Gets his deflection, and it's off Basler. It's going to be Portsmouth ball.
Great play by Hurd. We know how effective he can be as an offensive player, but I think his defense is really evolving.
The key for Portsmouth here is just to pass the ball around. Don't try to put your head down and dribble. Just pass the ball around, get out of this press, and set up the offense. But Portsmouth having trouble here against the East Greenwich defense. McMullen all the way with left hand, and man, that's just some great touch off the glass from Jack McMullen.
He's such an X factor for this team, and the key reason why EG is such a great team, he's not the only one that is able to score. They have so many other X factors that can contribute as well as McMullen.
And Hurd slips through the defense there. Eurostep gets fouled on the way up. Layup doesn't fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. The score 30-18. Portsmouth down 12 after a pair of baskets from East Greenwich early on in the second half to start.
Hurd did pretty well from the free throw line. The last game went 9 for 13. Hopefully can knock some down here.
The first one falls for Hurd. Any way to get some points on the board, especially from the free throw line, these easy points, would be good for this Portsmouth team to get some momentum and start something on the offensive end. Hurd goes 2 for 2 and brings the Patriots within 10, 30-20. 2 minutes and some change into the second half, and East Greenwich up 10. Foster has the ball. Working on Gugliotta. McMullen brings it back out. I feel like whenever he has a chance to shoot the ball, he might do it because he's so efficient from behind the arc. You never know what's going to happen. Wow. A heave there from McMullen. Rebound by Plimpton. He goes up, gets fouled, and go to the line shooting too. But a step back three there from McMullen doesn't go, and Plimpton, who's done great on the offensive glass all game, gets the board, goes up for it, gets fouled.
Plimpton just seems to grab every rebound every time EG is on the offensive end.
It's a real momentum killer. Portsmouth working hard in this man-to-man offense, gets stops, bringing down the shot clock, but AG just fighting harder on the glass. Plimpton's first falls, and in for the Patriots is senior number 21, Vincent Zhang, in for number 20, Jeff Rady. Plimpton goes back on the second one, misses it. 31-20 is the score 2 minutes into this second half. This gets to Kolpeck down low. He gets the hider. Good pass. Open in the corner for three. Hits nothing but nylon there as the Portsmouth is down 8, 31-23. Plimpton has the pass for McMullen. McMullen from deep. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Foster, and EG goes from the behind the back pass. Doesn't work. Gugliotta with a steal. I think goes up court. 2-on-1 situation here. He goes to the right hand and gets it to go. What a layup there from Owen Gugliotta. 31-25. East Greenwich leads here, but Portsmouth has some momentum on their side.
They certainly do. Great finish by Gugliotta. Portsmouth had a little bit of a tough time finishing in the interior last game against Chariho. They're seeming to do a little bit better in this game.
You see them run in transition. They're doing a great job in transition when they get steals and they don't allow that East Greenwich defense to set up. Pryor in the corner for three. The lefty, no good. Rebound strong by Zhang as it gets to Hurd. And Hurd trying to bring this game closer. Hyder, another three. Rimmed out, no good. Zhang fighting down low, but the rebound controlled by Basler.
I think Portsmouth could have dished it around a little bit more in that possession. Seemed like a little bit of a forced shot. They did well the previous possession when they dished it around, got an open three. Could have maybe passed it a couple more times on that possession.
And then pass looks right to Hurd, and he's going on the fast break. No one on him, and he goes right up and in. 31-27. A 4-point lead now was once a 12-point lead is now down to 4. Portsmouth exploding right out of a gun there. Now only down 31-27 with 4:25 to go.
I like to see Portsmouth keep that energy level up, keep that momentum. They're only down by 4 now. Hopefully it stays that way.
And McMullen stops the momentum there for Portsmouth, hits a three, and man, he is good.
He is a phenomenal player. I think he's one of the best, not only in D2, but in the state of Rhode Island. I would expect him to play after the high school level.
Gugliotta drives, back tap by Foster, and caught by Pryor. Portsmouth seemed to have some momentum, but EG again killing it after a three by McMullen. Pryor working on Gugliotta down low. Passes out to McMullen. He's open for three. Back room, no good. Luckily, that didn't go in for Portsmouth. That would have been a killer there. That would have brought the lead to double digits. But Gugliotta driving, gets it to Zhang down low. The pump fake. Ball's tipped around, and another turnover for Portsmouth.
I think Portsmouth really needs to settle on offense. They need to find what they can do well offensively and execute.
And though East Greenwich is playing well on defense, forced the last two shots there on offense as Portsmouth got the rebound off Basler's missed fire three. Hurd has the ball. Gugliotta wide open for three. Back room, no good. Rebound by Kolpeck. He's right there. Lamb goes up, gets fouled. Count the basket for Tim Kolpeck.
Keep feeding Kolpeck. Not many teams can match up with him down low. He can be a one-man wrecking crew in the paint.
That foul's going to be charged to Cole Basler. But that's a big and one to counter McMullen's three a couple possessions ago. Chad Coppola for East Greenwich, the junior, comes in for number 3, Cole Basler.
Kolpeck not the line. Now, he had a phenomenal game last game. He only had 14, but he really made his presence felt as a senior.
And his free throw falls, and he completes the three-point play. Portsmouth back down 4, 34-30. And if you're Portsmouth, you want to keep this one a low-scoring game. Use your offense as much as possible, but really rely on your defense to get something going.
Yeah, they need to cause some steals. I think their defense really needs to emerge and try to make EG as uncomfortable as they can and then try to set up that offense.
And Plimpton, who drives to the left, He's going to get fouled. They're going to call a hand check on Vinny Zhang. And he's going to come out. And in for him is number 25, Jack Blau, the senior. Haven't seen a lot of him today. It's his first game of the year. Hasn't practiced much for the team due to COVID-19 protocols. So slowly integrating him back into the game and back into the system.
I think it's a smart way to do that. It's obviously difficult to come back into sports when, having a quarantine and everything. He's done a good job, though, tonight.
McMullen drives and gets it over the tower, and Kolpeck 36-30. East Greenwich back in their 3-2 zone. Portsmouth motions it over to the corner. The tip pass regained by Portsmouth. Gugliotta has the ball. Shot clock winding down. Hurd, deep three. Gets it to fall. We are now have a one-possession game here in Portsmouth. 36-33 as Hurd has won from about 4 feet behind the three-point line. Brings the Portsmouth team in within one possession.
Hurd hasn't hit a ton of threes tonight, but the threes they have made have really helped Portsmouth claw back against EG.
Talked to Hurd earlier. He said something in his game that's really stepped up. It's his shooting. And we've seen him get a lot of good looks, just not quite in the hoop, but that one had no other chance but to go in. He had the confidence, the stroke, and got the three to fall. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Portsmouth down 36-33 with 1:51 left in this third quarter. They might look for McMullen here. Get to Pryor. Pryor working around to Foster. They get to McMullen. McMullen, the step back three. My God, I feel like every time he shoots the ball, it's almost going to be close. Pryor with the rebound, goes up, gets the flush, gets the layup to go. That's going to be 38-33. No matter where he's on the court, Jack McMullen's going to make his shot close.
Definitely. I think you had to grab that rebound there. You're lucky enough that McMullen missed that three-pointer. Pryor grabs the rebound, have to attack on the defensive glass.
I think something we're seeing is Portsmouth trying to go down low. It's worked early on in the second half as they get to Kolpeck down low, working on Pryor. He turns around, bounces off the rim, and gets it to go. 38-35 with 1:15 left to go in the third quarter. East Greenwich is up. But if you can go down low, that'll help the exterior game a lot, especially from behind the arc. Get a lot of good looks in the 3-2, get it to the corner, and spread the wealth. They're going to call a foul on number 23 on Gugliotta before the shot. And in for Benny Hurd is number 14. Sam will actually check that. We have a timeout on the floor. We're back from the timeout. Portsmouth now down 3. A lot of fight in this Patriots team in the second half, Colin.
Definitely. Portsmouth trying to claw back in this game, only down by 3 now. Hopefully they can take some smart shots, play very effective basketball, and try to tie this game up, and then maybe try and go ahead and take that lead that they've struggled to maintain so far.
Coppola has the ball on the left side. Gets to Plimpton, the guard, the forward who's been super efficient for the Avengers. Pryor, the senior, driving. Kicks it back up to Foster.
This forward platoon of Plimpton and Pryor's really impressed me tonight.
And some great defense there by Portsmouth, but East Greenwich found an open Pryor who is going to get called for travel before the shot. Looked like it could have been an and one there, but they said he had some steps before the shot. Big turnover there for Portsmouth, Colin.
Definitely. Now you have a chance to tie it up. You could with a 3, but at the same time, take whatever is available.
Definitely. Down 3, 30 seconds to go in this third quarter. Balawa drives, goes strong to the rim, gets the layup to fall. 38-37. We have a 1-point game, 25 seconds left in this third quarter. And Foster going strong to the basket, and then he's going to get fouled, but I don't think he recognized the clock. There was no shot clock. Probably want to hold on to the last shot there, but Foster headed the line, nevertheless shooting too.
I'm a little surprised they didn't take the shot clock down.
I think that's what the coach for East Greenwich is expressing to Foster. The score 38-37. East Greenwich leads. The first one doesn't fall, and Benny Hurd comes in for Tim Kolpeck, and Cole Basler comes in for Chad Coppola. The second one doesn't go either, so a mistake there by East Greenwich. And Hurd going to hold it for the last shot here. 10 seconds remaining. Back to Hurd. He's going to drive hard to the basket. Kicks it out, and they're going to call, it looks like a foul on number 14, Andrew Plimpton. 3.8 seconds, and Portsmouth's going to take a timeout here to figure out a last shot situation for the third quarter. Portsmouth brought this one within 1, down 38-37.
This is a big possession here. You got 3.8 seconds. You got time to do something.
And we're back here, Portsmouth the inbounds, 3.8 seconds on the clock. And they still have the timeout clock on there. Now it's at 3.8. Benny Hurd inbounding for Portsmouth, down 1 here. Benny Hurd's got to do something. Clock winding down, the ball's going to be tipped. And here comes Foster, the floater at the end of the corner, doesn't go. But nonetheless, Portsmouth, a great comeback there. Now down 38-37. It's going to be a great fourth quarter, Colin.
It certainly is. This one is a slugfest for sure. The offense hasn't been there a lot in this game. But one thing I like to see Portsmouth on that last possession, just settle down. Figure out what you're going to do on offense. Know what play you're going to run. Know who's going to the hoop. Know who's going to stay on the perimeter. And try and get a very smart shot. Unfortunately, they turn it over. Lucky enough, EG doesn't score, but who knows? They could be down by a couple more points if that ball would have went in for EG.
Definitely, and forcing turnovers on the defensive end, and their stout defense for Portsmouth has gotten back in this game, down 38-37. We'll be back in a couple for the start of the fourth quarter. And we're back for the start of the fourth quarter, and what should be a good one. Portsmouth's got an experienced group out there. You have Benny Hurd, Jack Balawa, Owen Gugliotta, Luke Hyder, and Tim Kolpeck.
Kolpeck getting some minutes here, obviously on a little bit of a restriction here tonight, but hopefully he can make his presence felt even if those minutes are shortened.
We're told he was not at 100%, but is still playing great basketball for Portsmouth, much needed here in their efforts to come back and try to beat this East Greenwich team. Trying to have a good possession here in this start the tempo for the fourth quarter. 9 seconds in the shot clock. Hurd has the ball. He takes a three from downtown. Back rim, no good. McMullen controls the rebound and is going to bring it up for East Greenwich.
I think Hurd's game really going to elevate really well if he can start to knock down that three consistently. He's hit a couple tonight, but if he can be consistent on a nightly basis, his game is going to elevate a lot.
He has the confidence, which is good for Portsmouth to get that shot going. McMullen, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Driving on Hurd. The swing pass to Plimpton. He pump fakes, goes to the rack, works on Balawa, goes up, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to call number 3, Luke Hyder. And Plimpton's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Hyder disagrees, thought it was a jump ball, but Plimpton going to the line.
Although Portsmouth fouled there, great defense by Jack Balawa. He is almost impossible to get around. He is such a stout defender for this Portsmouth team.
Plimpton's first doesn't go, but he really utilizes the pump fake in both ways, in the jump shot and the pass. And it's gotten him down low quickly and head down, way to the basket, and worked out tonight.
Portsmouth's had a really tough time guarding him. Gonna have to figure out a way how to defend him in this fourth quarter because he can be a huge scorer for this Avengers team.
Plimpton second goes, and it's 39-37. Both teams drew out the shot clock heavily in those first 2 possessions as trying to score and tie this one up, if not take the lead. Hurd picked up his dribble, gets to Kolpeck down low, and they say that he can get fouled there. Looks like number 3, Cole Basler. Wait for the official. Yep, number 3, Cole Basler going to get called for a reach in there on Kolpeck, and Gugliotta's going to inbound it down low. In for Portsmouth, number 1, Calvin Licenti. For number 3, Luke Hyder.
One thing to keep an eye on, Basler's got 4 fouls in this game.
Could be key in a East Greenwich team that doesn't play with a lot of depth. They've played around 6 to 7 players the whole game, so should be something to see. The cross-court pass to Kolpeck. The confidence, the 3-ball, back rim, no good. Man, he shot that ball that was going to go in for our angle, but hits back iron, rebounded by East Greenwich.
I thought that was a smart shot despite it not falling.
Basler still on the court with 4, and Hurd steals that one away. He's got a 2-on-1, him and Gugliotta up court. The pass to Gugliotta, the layup doesn't go. Rebound by Hurd. He pump fakes, goes strong, gets blocked from behind. Ball on the ground, controlled by East Greenwich. If you're Portsmouth, you really got to capitalize on those fast break opportunities.
I thought they should have came away with the bucket there. It's a 2-on-1. It's a fast break with Hurd and Gugliotta moving down the floor. Should have scored there. Unfortunately, they don't. Hopefully, they can get the ball back.
Foster out of control. Misses it, gets his own rebound, goes back up. He's going to get fouled, go to the line. Shoot 2. They're going to call it number 25, Jack Balawa. That's only Balawa's second, but in my opinion, I thought Hurd should have kept it, gone strong into the hoop. I mean, yes, he had Balawa, but he's just a strong athlete. If he went right to the hoop, I think he would have got it to go. Foster's over 3 from the line tonight, including that shot. These free throws are going to be key for East Greenwich if they keep getting into the line. If they can't convert, it gives Portsmouth an easy track back into this one. Gets the second one to fall. It's still a one-possession game, 40-37. We have a timeout. East Greenwich, 6:02 left in this game, and boy, it's a close one. Portsmouth claws their way back, only down 3, 40-37. We'll be back in just a bit. We are back, Colin. It's going to be a Portsmouth ball on the inbounds. What does Portsmouth have to do if they want to pull out a win here?
I think they have to find a way to get around EG's excellent defense. Got to move the ball well. That creates more opportunities on the offensive end.
I also think they got to find Kolpak down low. He's done good in this one. Obviously not 100%, but still has made his presence down low. Had an and one a few minutes in the last quarter. He had a big bucket down low there. So if they can find a way to get it to Kolpak and run in transition and get their transition buckets, I think they can find their way to a win here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Klopek's one of the tallest players on the floor. He can easily score in the paint. Got to give him the ball.
Hurd picks up his dribble but gets out of the press. Lucenti gets it over to Gugliotta and the offense resets. The pump fake, the bounce pass to Hurd, the three. Back rim no good. Kolpak going for the rebound, can't get it. Hurd not having his night here on from behind the arc. He made a couple, but missed a couple key shots there, but Portsmouth gets the ball back. A great pass. Gets through the window. Lucenti, the pump fake. He drives. The left-handed floater. No good. Rebound by Kolpak. Goes up strong. And they say it was clean. And the rebound by East Greenwich. Driving to the rack is Foster. He goes strong. With control and gets to go. The East Greenwich lead up to 5 with 5:05 remaining. 42-37.
He's done a phenomenal job of attacking the hoop in this game.
The bounce pass to Lucenti. Gets to Hurd. Hurd pump fakes. He drives hard. Ball gets tipped. They're going to call a foul there. On number 2, Jack McMullen. That's 6 on East Greenwich this half. The next one, both teams have 6 fouls, so the next foul committed will go to a 1-and-1. Number 3, Luke Hyder in for number 25, Jack Balawa. The inbounds to Hyder, who's guarded up by Pryor, and it seems as AG has switched to a 2-3. Hurd, the contested jumper, can't go. Pryor saved it, even though it didn't look like it was going to be not there. Ball, and Lucenti spots up and hits the 3. The lefty brings Portsmouth within 2, 42-40.
It's a monumental 3 by Lucenti. His third of the game makes it only a 2-point deficit. He's shown a lot of poise as a young sophomore in this game.
And McMullen, let's think he forced that layup there, blocked by Kolpak out of bounds. It's going to stay East Greenwich ball, but the confidence in the sophomore Lucenti when he takes that shot. Not the biggest basketball player, but very shifty and creative from behind the arc.
I think it's great to see him getting some really important minutes. You know, there's almost 4 minutes to go in this game. It's a really critical point of the game. He's getting some big minutes. And
McMullen from deep hits that 3. Answers Lucenti with 4:08 to go in this fourth quarter. It's 45-40, and you can't give McMullen that space.
You certainly can't. He can make anything happen from beyond the arc. He's a magician with the basketball. He certainly showed why on that last possession.
And that pass is stolen by Foster, who was all the way, goes strong and get fouled, and go to the line. He's going to shoot 2.
Portsmouth was clawing back, but now we're seeing the game start to slip away a little bit. They're going to need to stop this in order to have a chance at winning.
Clock is not in the favor of the Patriots. 3:49 to go. They're going to need a run if they want to pull this one out down 40-45. Foster's first rims out, no good. He is 1 for 5 in the day from the free throw line.
This is a big free throw here. Could make it a 2-possession game.
His second falls, and it's going to be 46-40. Portsmouth down 6, 3:49 to go. East Greenwich sets up into that trap, and the Patriots break it with ease. Hurd driving hard, and I think they're going to call a blocking foul on Plimpton. Number 2, Jack McMullen. Benny Hurd's going to go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. That one, Hurd looked a little bit out of control, but we had movement and body contact from McMullen, and Hurd, who is a good free throw shooter, could shoot 1-and-1 for the Patriots. In for number 1 Calvin Kennedy, number 25, Jack Blau. Got an experienced group out there for the Patriots. See if they can pull this one out from behind. Hurd's first does not go in. Ball tipped around, rebound controlled by East Greenwich. Really got to get those free throws to fall if you're Hurd, but nothing you can do about it now. Got to play some good defense and get a stop.
Yeah, it's a big possession here. EG can really grow that lead and make it a comfortable lead as we head toward the end of this game.
And a great deflection by Balawa as the ball goes to Gugliotta. Gugliotta gets it over to Hyder. And Hyder gets it over to Hurd. To Balawa. Balawa, open 3-ball, side rim, no good. And the ball's fought around to be a jump ball. Great effort there by Hyder. It's going to be a Portsmouth ball. Check that. It's going to be East Greenwich ball. I don't seem... That's confusing. Was there ever a jump ball in that second half? Oh, Portsmouth got the ball at the end of the fourth quarter. All right. That is our fault there. That's East Greenwich ball. But again, great effort there by Hyder.
Definitely. He's shown a lot of poise tonight. As a senior, hasn't really gotten his chance over the years, but he has certainly showed up tonight.
McMullen working on Hurd. Gets out the Pryor for 3. Man, that would have been a big 3 for East Greenwich. Would have put him up 9, but Portsmouth now down 6. To make something happen here, they got to get a bucket, though. They're a bit of a scoring drought.
They definitely need one, and they don't need a 3, just whatever you can get.
And they force a pass down to Kolpeck, which is tipped, and it's going to be East Greenwich ball. 2:26 to go. Portsmouth down 46-40 to East Greenwich, who's just been controlling this game from start to finish.
They haven't really let
And Hyder anticipates that one.
This game.
Out of bounds, but credit to East Greenwich. They just played great while up in this one. In for number 30, Tim Kolpeck is number 1, Calvin Lucenti. So going for a smaller group here. Jack Blau, guard, is their biggest man on the court.
Maybe you'll see this. I mean, Lucenti's had a phenomenal night from beyond the arc. He's hit 3 from deep. You're down 6. You could really use a 3 here. Maybe he gets a big chance.
8 on the shot clock. Foster, no look pass to Plimpton. He goes up strong, and Hurd's going to foul him on the way up.
That was a great
Plimpton
pass.
went up the left hand strong, and Hurd tried to clap it off the backboard, but a little bit of body contact that sent Plimpton to the line. Portsmouth got to make something happen on the offensive end if they want to get back in this one.
They certainly do. Time's running out. Only about 2 minutes to go in this one.
These some big free throws ahead from Plimpton. His first rim's out. And in for Owen Gugliotta is number 30, Tim Kolpeck. So Kolpeck comes back in, getting more minutes than we expected, fighting through that ankle. The second free throw goes in. It's 47-40. East Greenwich not getting all their points at once, but slowly getting this lead higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, they're making it really tough for Portsmouth to try and out and come back.
1:57 to go in this one. Portsmouth down 7. The cross-court pass to Lucenti to Hurd. Back to Blau. They're swinging the ball around well. Hyder for 3. Back room, no good. Rebound controlled by Hurd. He somehow gets it and resets. Kolpeck, the confidence. The 3-ball goes. That's what you need when you're Portsmouth. A 3-ball, and now down only 4. The pass tipped around, and Balawa had it tipped off by Plimpton. A great effort play. He has the ball. Timeout. 1:32 to go in this game. Portsmouth down 4. That was a big 3 by Kolpeck.
It certainly was. His confidence has grown exponentially from beyond the arc. We saw it last year. Road game at Barrington hits the game-winning 3 in the final seconds. He has really grown as a player. Obviously had a great game last game against Chariho, but he is still making a huge impact tonight despite that minutes restriction.
I think it's going to be an underrated play of the game. EG ends up pulling this one out. That play by Plimpton there, he's shown all effort tonight, and it showed on that play. Balawa had the ball in his hand after a bad pass there, and Plimpton gets his hand in there, finds the ball, slides in the ground, almost in travel there, but calls timeout right before.
A really smart decision by Plimpton. He's able to wrestle the ball on the floor, get a timeout called, and, help EG regroup and have a big possession here. They're up by 4, but still could use a bucket.
Portsmouth really needs to stop here. Time is winding down. Down 4, 47-43. And if that should be your number 1 concern here for Portsmouth. How can we get a stop? How can we get a stop and give her a chance to go on the other end and get a bucket and bring this in within 1 possession? They've shown it all night. They've been able to get buckets when they've needed to, but especially right now is when it matters with a minute and a half left, down 4. Something to note, East Greenwich has 8 fouls. Portsmouth committed 8 fouls on East Greenwich, so they have 1 foul to get the 1-1, and then the second one will be a double bonus. But 1:32 remaining, 25 seconds on the shot clock. East Greenwich has the ball.
What has to do here is defend the 3. They cannot allow a 3-pointer.
Calvin playing stout defense, and they're a call for a foul. Looked like guarding Will Foster tight. I don't know there. I think that was just some contact. Could have let it play, but the ref saw otherwise.
I must say, I did not think that was a foul. I thought that was pretty good defense by Lucenti. Unfortunately, the call does not go Portsmouth's way.
Foster, who's 2 for 6 from the free throw line today, struggled a little bit. He has 1 and 1.
Got to get this rebound if he misses here.
That one did not look good from the start. He hits front rim and a big stop for Portsmouth. Not much time came off the clock either. So it could have been a good thing with Lucenti's foul. Heard.
Big possession.
Trying to get something to go.
They have to get on the board.
Looked at that 3, but just didn't pull the trigger there. Portsmouth in these last couple minutes have really passed the ball around well, but just couldn't get the shots to fall. So he's sizing up his defender. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Heard to Hyder in the corner. 3 seconds. And they're called foul. Wow. That is huge. 1 second on the shot clock left. Didn't look like he's going to get a shot up. And East Greenwich commits a foul. Number 1, Will Foster, is going to send Luke Hyder to the line to shoot 1-1. These are some big free throws here with 57 seconds remaining.
Certainly is. You can cut that lead down to 2 here. This is big. It's big for him to get the line. He was trapped. Portsmouth couldn't really find a way to get a bucket. Fortunately, sends Hyder to the line.
He hits the first. Sigh of relief there for Portsmouth. Brings it in within 1 possession. Not the best, not the ideal possession on offense with the clock winding down. Take all 30 seconds for Portsmouth. Just couldn't get their shot. Great defense by East Greenwich, but Hyder at the line. Second one falls. Ice in his veins. Portsmouth now down 2 with 56 seconds and counting. Portsmouth just needs to play conservative defense here and just get a stop.
I like the pressure so far. They have to find a way to get a stop.
And the back tap from Bilal is going to get called for a foul. I don't know if that was a smart play or not. McMullen is a great shooter. He's going to have 2 shots, but a little too aggressive there, in my opinion, from Bilal.
Yeah, I mean, he's an aggressive defender. I don't know if I would send McMullen to the line because he's one of the best shooters on this team, but hopefully Portsmouth can find a way to get a board if he misses that free throw.
McMullen doesn't miss many. He's missed 1 today. Sits right to the free throw and rims out. He is 1 for 3 from the line today. Hasn't taken much from the free throw line. A place where he's very comfortable with. And Jack Blount's will come out, and in is number 23, Onguliata. The second one hits nothing but net. Portsmouth down 3, 47 seconds to go, 48-45 now. Does Portsmouth try to go 2 for 1 next time in the game or go for the 3 all at once? The ball tipped around, turned over, and he has flipped it up court. The layup falls for Plimpton, and that could be it right there. And Portsmouth's still going to be fighting. Down 5, 50-45. Now they got to get a 3 here. Heard. Working on his defender. Kolpek rises up 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Pryor. Gets to McMullen. And Portsmouth still fighting. Can't get the steal. And East Greenwich on a call. Timeout. 19 seconds left. Not looking good for Portsmouth.
Certainly not. The last thing they wanted to do on that previous possession was turn it over. And they had a chance to either tie it up, get 2. Unfortunately, neither of those happened. They turn it over. Plimpton goes the other end and lays it in.
It's going to be very hard for Portsmouth to come back in this one. Down 5 with 19 seconds to go. I mean, talk about turnovers. You can't turn the ball over with that little time left. You don't even get yourself a chance to get a shot up. Whatever it is, contested or not, you don't get a chance to put that shot up if you turn the ball over. So not what you wanted there for Portsmouth. Down 5 with 19 seconds left. Got to hope here that they foul right away and that East Greenwich misses their free throws, or at least misses 1, to give themselves a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Hit a 3, foul, hope they miss, and get a 3 themselves. So it's not looking good right now for Portsmouth, but this is high school basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Anything can happen.
I think the only way for Portsmouth to have a chance to win here, they got to pray that EG misses their free throws. I mean, that's the the way that EG can easily wrap up this game. If they miss their free throws, it allows Portsmouth to have a chance at the end of this game to try and squeak out a win.
If EG gets fouled, like I assume they will, hits these two, it's not looking good for Portsmouth down 7 with 19 seconds to go. It'll be a 3-possession game, so hoping to foul in that they don't make both their free throws. And the last thing you want to do is you don't want to foul McMullen.
Yeah, you can't send him to the line. He's a very consistent shooter from the charity stripe.
East Greenwich running a stack play from behind the half-court line. Pryor's going to inbound it. And Portsmouth's going to extend this break, calling a timeout themselves. They do have the arrow, so in the case of a jump ball, it will be Portsmouth ball, so maybe diving the ball for a loose ball would be a good scenario there. But, I mean, turnover is obviously ideal, but looking at hindsight, probably going to be a foul and some free throw shots coming ahead for East Greenwich.
Yeah, I mean, they need to hit these free throws. If you're East Greenwich, if you miss these free throws, it makes it a lot easier for Portsmouth to try and get a desperation shot from 3 in order to creep back in this game.
Well, we haven't seen the offensive superpowers we've seen last year. Of course, EG, a great offensive team who scored 80-plus points their last game out against Pilgrim, and Portsmouth only scored 50 against Chariho. But I feel like in today's game, Portsmouth done a better job spreading the floor out, passing better. But they just haven't gotten their shots to fall, and that's flat out from behind the 3 especially. I mean, they have Vicente who's been doing well. Hurd, he's made a couple, but if you're Portsmouth, I feel like one thing you got to work on is your shooting. But besides that, they've gotten good looks.
They definitely have. They just haven't fallen in this game. Hopefully that can be something that turns around as we head toward the end of the season.
And I feel like for East Greenwich, they've controlled the game well, and McMullen just countered every single run that Portsmouth has. But back to it, 19.1 seconds prior, passing it in. And they're going to call a foul on number 23, Owen Gugliotta. That'll send Will Foster to the line to shoot 2. Takes no time off the clock, though, so I guess an ideal situation there. Just doesn't give you the chance to get the turnover, but that is very limited probability of happening. So we have Will Foster at the line, the senior, to shoot 2. The first one goes. It's going to be 51 to 45. This one goes in. It's going to look tough for Portsmouth to come back in this one.
It's a clutch free throw. It makes a 2-possession lead here for EG.
And that one goes to, and coming in is number 1, Calvin 15 for 25, Jack Blau. Portsmouth's got to score really quick if they want to really bring this one in, but down 7, it's not looking good for Portsmouth.
Definitely not. You need some type of bucket here, whatever it may be.
15 seconds. Hurd gets to Lucenti. Good look from Lucenti. That one goes. 10 seconds left. Timeout, Portsmouth. Down 4, 52-48. Is there enough time left is the question for Portsmouth.
It looked a little grim heading in that possession. Obviously, down 4 with little time to go is very difficult. But they have a chance. You just got to find a way to, if they could force a turnover without fouling, I think that would be the best way for Portsmouth to go to the other end and score.
So there's going to be exactly 9.3 seconds left. It seems like they took a little bit of time off the clock, more after the timeout, so see what they decide on there. But down with about 9 seconds left, down 4, Portsmouth is going to foul right away. Once they get a turnover and a layup, something crazy happens. Again, anything can happen in high school basketball, especially this year. It seems as with COVID and everything going on, what can't happen is the real question. So down 4, 9.3 seconds left. That was a big 3 from Lucenti. Extended the game a little bit. Portsmouth going to foul, and hopefully East Greenwich just make their free throws.
Yeah, if they miss, I mean, Portsmouth can definitely claw back in this game, but you're, relying on the fact that they miss their free throws down the stretch.
When we think about it, Portsmouth fouls, 9 seconds left. If they make 1 or 2 or go 0 for 2, depending, Portsmouth probably take about 4, 5 seconds, get down the court, get a quick shot up, maybe 6 seconds. There's going to be about 3 seconds left down to possession, so you really got to hope time's on your side. You really got to go fast if you're Portsmouth.
Definitely. You wonder who's going to get the ball down the stretch. And who's had the hot hand? That's Calvin Lucenti. He's been on fire from 3, hit a huge shot there. Even if Portsmouth ends up losing this game, still look to that 3 to show how his confidence has skyrocketed.
Pryor's going to inbound it for East Greenwich. They have Plimpton down court. Hurd can guard him, but they're running the 3 guards down low. And they get to McMullen down low. And Bilal falls and almost like a foul, but a lot of clock being taken off here, and it's going to be really hard for Portsmouth to win. They're not going to foul. And that's going to do it here tonight from Portsmouth. The East Greenwich Avengers hold off Portsmouth, who was down as much as 12 early on, but they fought back in this one. But it will not be enough. East Greenwich going to move to 2-0. Portsmouth going to move to 1-1. The final score in this one is 52-48. We'll be back in one moment, go over some box score stats to finish it off for tonight. So the final in this one, 52-48, East Greenwich over Portsmouth in a very tight Division II matchup, Colin. You look at the box score, EG was led by who else but Jack McMullen, 22 points. I talked about it with you earlier. I feel like he scored 22 points with ease.
He definitely did. It seemed like he had 30, just the way he was causing havoc all over the floor. He was just a beast out there, doing everything he could to help EG win this game. He's just a very smart player. He never takes a shot that you're saying, why would you take that? You know, every 3, even the ones that rimmed out, it seemed like it was going to go in just because of how good of a threat he is to score.
And talk about the big man duo, Danny Pryor and Andrew Plimpton for the East Greenwich Avengers. Pryor had 8 points, 8 rebounds, and Plimpton 13 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, the big forward platoon of Plimpton and Pryor really helped EG win this game. Portsmouth just did not have an answer for those 2 down low.
Take a look at Portsmouth's side. Calvin Licenti led the charge with 12 points, hitting 4 threes. The sophomore did so. Really helped Portsmouth get back in this one, but honestly wasn't enough in the end. Tim Kolpeck, who was limited due to an ankle injury, saw him a little more than we expected. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, a block, and a steal. Benny Hurd was quieted by this East Greenwich defense. He had 9 points and 5 boards. Ongulyata had a good game himself, had 9 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, I thought Lucenti really showed up tonight. 12 points, really starting to come into his own, really emerge as a future star for this team. Gets a really big role this year with a couple players out from last year, like Justin Parsons, Elijah Newsom, Robbie Yates. He seems to be a really consistent three-point shooter, which you need after that absence of Yates, who is a really consistent three-point shooter for this Patriots team.
Hurd only scoring 9 points. I feel like it would have been better. His shot just didn't fall today. I mean, he had a couple open looks, just didn't get it to go. It wasn't his night, but Portsmouth still managed to lose be within 4. Their defense played really well. They stepped it up after struggling, letting up 20 points early in the first quarter, but really fought back and dug in and played well to get themselves back in the game. That's going to do it tonight from Portsmouth. I'm Gavin Bisho alongside Colin Struckman with WPAH Live. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in to this Friday's game against Mount Hope at home. That game's at 7 p.m. Thank you very much for watching.